All right, we have the 2012 GT500 Shelby, and I'm going to change the oil in it the way I do it, and I'm just going to give a quick tutorial. So you're going to need a few things. All right, starting from the left there, I got a block we can tuck behind the tire next to the jack there. And then I have two low profile jacks. Normal jacks wouldn't work, so we had to go out and buy these lower kind that they are able to get in there lower because the car sits pretty low. Got two pairs of rubber gloves there. Got a funnel. Got my oil pan. And I'm going to dump the excess in there. And then I have the oil filter. Usually I just go with a K&N HP 2010. I've used that for years. I've got my 5W50 synthetic Mobil one-way right there. 6 quarts. A couple paper towels if I make a mess, which I probably will. Got my 16mm socket. Couple jacks right there, and then my creeper cart. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this in first gear there, and then I'm going to pull the e-brake. I don't want this going anywhere. Little precautionary measure. I'm going to tuck that right behind the rear tire there. Better safe than sorry. It's in there nice and tight. Okay, I've got a jack and a stand on each side. And this is what I was saying, why I needed a low profile one. You can see how close that is. A normal one kind of raises up right here, but this one keeps it low back so I can go in farther. So I'm going to go ahead and get that underneath. So usually I just stick it right on part of the frame right here, right behind the tire there. I guess there's a couple spots, but I've always put it right there and haven't had a problem. I've done it for 10 years. If you look in the manual, it actually shows it right around there, so it works out well for the jack to stick under there. I'm going to make sure this is tight all the way to the right as well. I don't want that jack going anywhere. Okay, I'm going to jack them up evenly. Got both ready. I'm going to do one pump on this side and then go do one over there. I just don't want one side getting higher than the other. I'm going to check that and then run over there, vice versa, until it's high enough I can stick the stand in. Okay, I've got it jacked high enough and I got the stand supporting me in the front for backup. I'm just going to lock out these jacks and let them sit there as well. So I've got 4 points while I go down there and do my thing. I may even just throw a 5th just for the hell of it. Like so. All right, I'm going to go ahead and throw my gloves on. Got my socket ready. Got my oil filter wrench ready. Some paper towels. And then my oil pan. Just gonna go down there and let it drain out, undo the plug. All right, I got the plug loose enough to undo by my hand. I got the pan set back just a little so when it shoots out, it won't go everywhere. So I'm going to undo this. to let that drain out. All right, we got the oil filter literally right next to the drain pan there. So I'm gonna go ahead and loosen that up and let it drain back. Okay, now I can turn that by hand. All right, so I went ahead and primed the filter. I dumped a little in, got the gasket all wet with oil there, so it screws on easier and sets in there. I'm gonna go ahead and get this installed. All right, I got the filter hand tight. Got that all installed. I'm gonna go ahead and put the drain plug back in after that stops dripping there. All right, I'm all out. Got the pan out, jack stands and all that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take the jacks down, drop them down evenly on each side until I get it on the ground. Okay, now I have all my quarts ready. Got my funnel there, a couple paper towels. Now the manual and online says 6 quarts. I've seen some people say 6.5 even. Usually I put in, 5 3/4 and then, turn the car on, let it cycle, and then check it again. Usually it takes about 6 after I check the dipstick, but I'm just winterizing now. So I'm probably just gonna throw in like 5 3/4. I can always add a little in the spring and make a note there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna use 2 hands though. So I'm gonna go ahead and add about 5.5, 5 3/4 quarts, turn the car on, and then check it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start it up now. Put it in neutral. Just gonna let it idle for a minute, let everything cycle. I'm gonna come back here, pull the dipstick out, and let's see what it reads. Okay, it reads right in the middle of the 2 lines there. So I'm going to put it back in there and wait until spring when I actually turn it on more and drive it. I'll check it then before I pull it out. Okay, I'm going to reset the oil percentage on the car. I'm gonna come over, I'm gonna hit system, reset for system check, oil life 72%. I'm gonna hold it. Oil life set to 100%. I just held reset right there. And you should be good. Hope that helped.